good evening, or morning, or afternoon, or whatever it is, in whatever time zone you are joining us from. Welcome to Lady Arcader's Super Showcase 2025. My name is BD. I am really excited to be your host for this upcoming run. Oh my goodness, y'all! If what you've just seen, if what we have gone through so far as a community together has not been indicative enough of what we're in for, oh, I'm so excited for y'all to be able to experience this race that's coming up next. Oh, it's going to be so good. But you know what else is good? We are very close to a big number. We are only $190 away from $2,000 raised for care. Y'all, that is so close. We are doing so much for such an amazing cause, and we are right there at a nice, huge milestone that we can all hit together. Not only will we hit that nice 2K, but $190 will also get us very close to meeting our open incentive right now, which is for Jazzpunk, the Flavor Nexus DLC Special Agent Run. Y'all, Jazzpunk is an adventure. It is a delight. It is a treasure that we can all share together. And for meeting this incentive at $250, we get 10 more minutes of Jazzpunk. We get 10 more minutes of bonus DLC. We're already $25 of the way there. We can do that so fast, y'all. I've seen this community do some amazing things. And as you donate, ! Donate in chat for the link. Be sure that when you are donating, you can click that incentive before you check out so that you can make sure that not only are you helping us reach $2,000 for care, but you're also helping us get more Jazzpunk into the Super Showcase. And in addition to all of that, you can also help us decide whether we're going to free or crocify the director for Jazzpunk. Do you need to know what that means? No, you don't. What sounds cooler to you? Do you want to free the director? Or do you want to do whatever it is crocify means? We get that choice together, and right now, crocification, which is a word I never thought I would say, let alone share with you all, is currently in the lead with $60 to the free the director's $25. That is very close, especially as we are pushing for $2,000 raised for care. And to give you just a little extra depth about what all of this money is going to support, in 1945, a small group of Americans mobilized to create the world's first care package. They knew they couldn't stand on the sidelines while millions of people faced hunger at the end of World War II. Within a few months, they had delivered their first shipment of 15,000 care packages. Over the years, CARE went on to deliver more than 100 million care packages. Today, CARE operates in 121 countries, reaching 53 million people through 1,450 projects. Now, while they no longer deliver just physical care packages, they continue to be guided by the same spirit of innovation, scale, and commitment to helping those most in need that inspired their work from the beginning. Their mission is to save lives and defeat poverty with a strong focus on women and girls. A snapshot of their work shows their reach and impact. They partner with millions of smallholder farmers to increase productivity and yields. They run the largest micro savings program in the world, enabling 17.6 million people to save together and support one another in small business development. They innovate in maternal and child health, and they support refugees and people in crisis both immediately and over the long term. To learn more, visit www.care.org. And to kind of put in perspective what this money we're raising is going to do, CARE invests 9 out of every $10 directly into programs. Your investment, the money we're raising, not only meets immediate needs, but goes towards lasting solutions in the 121 countries and counting that CARE operates in. For example, for $248, you can support emergency water trucking for communities suffering from drought. So, 10 minutes of jazz punk is amazing. Also amazing is supporting emergency water, getting water to people who need it. We can do both of these things together. And we are doing so much already, and seeing all of the donations come in and all of the amazing runs to this point has been truly, truly amazing. And donations like this, we have a $10 donation from Handstands who says, simply put, she lady on my arcade till I don't know. Thank you for that, Handstands. That $10 also went towards crockification. So Handstands clearly wants to see what crockification means. I frankly also kind of want to see what crockification means, but I'm a little scared of it personally. And if you're scared of it too, you can help us raise money to not crockify the director, to free the director instead. The choice is truly up to us as a community, and it's not that far of a lead. Right now, just to get the latest numbers, Crockify is at $70, Free the Director is at $25. That is not an insurmountable lead by any means. So if you feel mercy in your heart for the director, in your soul for the director, you can help raise money for CARE and free the director from whatever crockification awaits them if, let's say, someone who does want to crockify the director puts their money, their donation, towards not just a wonderful cause, but to finding out what exactly that means. Okay, this is important context here. This would be the first time on a marathon that the DLC would be shown. That is lore I was not quite aware of, and now I'm even more excited and more eager to see this and for us to raise an incredible amount of money, $250, to help get the Flavor Nexus into the Lady Arcader Super Showcase. And y'all, we're moving. We are moving. We are already at $50 to that $250. We're 20% of the way there. We've already done it once. We just got to do it 4 more times, y'all, and we get 10 more minutes of jazz punk. We can do this. That would, let's see, $200 would put us at $2,045. I love it when all of this comes together. We can do so many things as a community. We could get more jazz punk. We can help crockify someone, whatever that means. We can reach $2,000 for CARE. Now, in all of it, one thing I can promise you is going to happen. I may not know what crockify means. I may not be able to tell you what that means. I may not even be able to tell you exactly what all is going to come up in that DLC. But what I can tell you is that the showcases you see tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday are going to be incredible. And if you want to know what other showcases are coming up during LASS, all you have to do is type !schedule into the chat to get a link to our full schedule for the weekend. And it'll be in your own time zone too. How about that? All right, y'all, we are still putting together the final pieces for this any percent race of Promise Mascot Agency. And y'all, I'll be real with you for a sec. If I'm gonna be honest here, I kind of feel some type of way about mascots. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I know mascots are very controversial. Some people love them, some people are terrified of them, some people have had very bad experience with them. And I want to hear your experiences with mascots. So if you donate to CARE, not only can you put it towards the Jazz Punk incentive and towards the Jazz Punk bid war, not only are you going to be helping us reach $2,000, but if you tell me your favorite mascot, I will be happy to share that with the world. And if your favorite mascot happens to be one you are deeply afraid of for whatever reason, I will share that with the world too. Let us know your favorite mascot, and in a donation message, I will be more than happy to share it because, y'all, we are on a journey together, and that journey is about to take a really hard left turn into Promise Mascot Agency, and I'm so happy to be here sharing it with you, and I'm so happy that you all are going to experience this race coming up. And we are moving towards that 2,000. We are moving towards hitting that Flavor Nexus incentive thanks to donations like this $25 donation from Alice Rujasu. You know, CARE sounds pretty great. I should probably donate to them. Also, I've never seen Promise Mascot Agency before, but it sounds rad. You know, thank you, first off, thank you, Alice, for that donation. Second, you are in for a treat. I will tell you that, and I will say no more, and I will let you just enjoy the experience for yourself as our tech team is finishing setting up for this upcoming race. And y'all, please, can we take a moment and just give a huge shout out to the tech team, to all of the volunteers working behind the scenes to bring this event to life, from the restreamers who are helping gather all the video, to the stage managers and the technicians. It takes an army to put on an event like this, and we have some of the best army soldiers you could hope for putting together this event and helping raise so much money for an incredible cause, y'all. They are working. We are going to get Promise Mascot Agency up for you soon, so don't go anywhere. We are going to be here in just a second. Okay, I have to take a moment to shout out something that Alice said in chat. First off, Alice, thank you again for that donation, but I'm sorry, I'm not from Philly, but if you ask me to choose between Gritty and the Fanatic, the answer is Gritty. I know the Fanatic is more established. The Fanatic has been doing this longer at the highest possible level. I get that. Not throwing shade at the Philly Fanatic here. But Gritty owns my heart. Okay? Gritty can ask me to fight any battle, and I will be there on the front line for my general. But speaking of being on the front line, our tech team is reporting that they have conquered this setup for the upcoming run. So y'all, I want to share that I recognize few things in life are universal, but I do feel like there are some feelings that we all interact with at some level. The need to seek answers as to why we are who we are. You know, a desire to help those around us. Strongly held opinions about mascots. If you aren't sure how those three could be related. Hold on tight, because we are going to drive this pickup truck straight into an any percent race of Promise Mascot Agency between Abbie and Panduh. Racers, please, what exactly are we in for this evening?
Hi, everybody. You're in for an experience. You're in for, and I'm sorry, indie game fans, but this is my favorite indie game of all time. But in addition to that, we are joined by a very special guest as well, because we have the game's director, Ollie, on commentary with us.
Hello, nice to be here.
Yeah. Panduh, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Nope. I play this game sometimes.
Yes. So yeah, get ready for some crazy things. But without any further ado, in 3, 2, 1, let us begin the run. So this game is part visual novel as well as driving. It's also a card battling game and also a management sim. So right now we are meeting sort of the main cast, though about over half of them disappear in the first 2 minutes. So right now we're just going to be mashing through text, because story is not important in a speed run.
All my beautiful hard work.
I'm sorry. So in the back of the truck right now is billions of yen, and it's all about to get stolen. And we're actually going to see a manga-style panel happen here in just a second. We also get flashcards, if you will, per each act. There are 4 acts in total. And also, as much as I'm skipping the dialogue as fast as possible, Yakuza fans might hear a familiar voice in a second. And that is because this game has an all-star voice cast. You've got Legend of Zelda voice actors, you have a couple of Yakuza voice actors, there's also some Tokusatsu voice actors, including the voice of Kiryu Kazuma himself, as the main character, Michi. So as you can see, 2 people can fight 20 people quite easily until guns get brought into it. So that's how all our money gets stolen, and unfortunately, Michi is going to take the fall. And if you pay close attention to his character art, you'll notice that something changes in a second. I realize I'm not giving that much opportunity because we got a mash, because we also got a speed. Also, Lady Shimazu's voice actress is also in Metal Gear Solid 4 as well.
Yeah, she's one of the Beauty and the Beast unit, I think.
Yes, any information I'm lacking, we have Ollie to cover it all.
Well, I was going to say, actually, that Michi finger thing, the 3D part of that only got implemented about 2 weeks before the game shipped, as I'd forgotten to do it. So for the entire duration of development, he was missing a finger when he should have one at the beginning. And then I just right, we've got 2 weeks left, I need to get this done.
Oh dear.
There was a lot of stuff like that.
Also, for anyone watching this speedrun, there is something that I should bring up. We are actually on an earlier patch because we felt it would be more fair for the race. They've added a ton of more content to the game in the game's most recent patch, including the ability to bring out your inner Tony Hawk and grind on pretty much anything, to the point where they even have a reference and call Michi Hawk. So there's a ton of stuff you can do. So if you thought this game is like crazy now, the current patch is even crazier.
I think if you
So
can
right-
get used to grinding, you'll be able to do some crazy things much quicker as well.
Oh, don't worry. We use the rail. I use the rail for the the 1.2 run.
Oh, cool.
Specifically,
Yeah.
this one that we just drove by. I
Yes.
use that to yeet myself up the mountain to get the flying fox at the top.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you can also use the train track to bomb round to when you need to meet Toki later on.
Yeah, yeah, we use that as well.
Yeah, it actually helps us get back to a character that we're going to meet soon-ish, who's going to give us some jobs after we get another fox. But we don't get that fox in 1.1 because it's a little too out of the way. We almost get every fox, but unfortunately, boat fox is just too out of the way, and we don't go into the water that much. So this is Pinky. Pinky is great, and if you think Pinky is great, did you also know there's a plushie of Pinky that you can get? That's right. There are plushies.
There's one coming with tofu as well.
Yeah, we need the tofu one.
Excellent. We were going to bug you about that, actually. Be like, where's Tofu?
He's on the way. I've got a prototype sat behind me.
Yay. Pinky's voice actress is actually in Tears of the Kingdom, and I got yelled at the other day by a very good Zelda runner and they were like, no, that character's not related to Impa. So I've been saying wrong information forever. But the Sheikah scientist, and I always screw up her name, but yeah, that's who Pinky's voice actress also voice acts in Zelda. But also coming up, we're going to meet Link, because Link's OOT adult form, his voice actor is also in this game. Like I said, if you're a Zelda fan or a Yakuza fan, there's something here for you. Also, the mayor's corrupt, and we're not gonna bother him, and he's not gonna bother us, right? No, it's gonna be
Surely.
fine. So now we have our business license. Don't worry, we're not going to host any birthday parties. The story here of how Pinky lost the business license is that she screwed up the mayor's granddaughter's birthday party. And it's like, so no, we cannot host birthday parties, but we can set up a mascot agency.
In an old
as
love
we
hotel.
head in here. Indeed. Also, fun fact there, we actually get a free boost charge because the game never taught us how to boost. So it just refills it completely, which is very nice. So it allows us to get up there as fast as possible.
Also, unfortunately, for the mascots, capitalism wins for the speedrun, and we basically give them like the bare minimum. I'm sorry, Tofu. I let you down.
Indeed. And here he is, Tofu.
As long as you can get them out working, it doesn't matter.
Indeed. So you can give them 3 options. We give them the bottom 2 because it's the closest to make offer. And there's no reason to make them excited. We haven't really figured out what all the stats do, so we're like, shrug. Just please do job.
The excited stuff gives them some improved stats to begin with. And all of the stats play into how likely they are to avoid getting into trouble on jobs, and then how well they respond to that trouble in the jobs. But stuff like stamina is needed to recharge between jobs. Popularity affects the job rewards as well, and then motivation affects their ability to get out of trouble, and that works with happiness as well. We've torn apart this simulation so many times that I'm trying to remember what we actually shipped with.
Oh. And here we're going to meet Endo.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's actually kind of the interesting part of the run, is that we actually want them to get into trouble. Because it's faster for us to help them than for them to be what we call strong,
Yes.
independent mascots on their own.
And even though we just got our first job here, we're not going to send Tofu out right away. We're going to wait until we get our second mascot, as well as job number 3 from Mama-san. But at the moment, we're heading over to Jose as we grab some cash here down what we affectionately call Cash Lane, which was popularized by the All Shrines runner Phazon Tunic, and I was like, aha, free money. Yes, because we will need about 1.5 million thanks to the incentive. Because we need 1 million or 100,000 for fast travel, 1 million for the Shimazu twins, and then the rest for all of Mr. Sato's quest items to become the Passion of Idols. So, right now we're heading to Jose. Panda and I also have very differing routes in all versions. I missed those sins. That's okay. Sins give you 150 fans. Signs will give you 50 fans. And trash will give you money and 50 fans. So here is Jose, and from what I researched, Jose is voiced by Hiroki Goto, who is a professional wrestler in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and as of almost 2 months ago, he was the heavyweight champion, but lost it on June 29th. And we are going to grab his card and then grab his town quest, because we need to know that he's into the occult for something in Act 3 in order to continue the story. And so now with each fox, we get fans as well as a truck upgrade. The first truck upgrade here is truck speed, and we actually have enough time to break these 2 signs and catch up with the fox. You need to... Oh, apparently I wanted to miss. You need to boost into the fox, and I missed again, in order for them to not jump over you. Later on, we'll get the Pinky Launcher, which allows us to shoot them, which is nice, by launching Pinky like a missile from the back of the truck. So not only will she do a fancy dance in the back, just idling, she'll fly eventually. There's that example. Ooh, I'm having really bad times with this fox right now. Can I catch it? No, I don't have enough speed. Oh boy.
Yeah, they can be a pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like
Also-
you can catch them just wrong from the side as well, and they'll do the jump, which is infuriating.
Yay, infuriation. Also, we may get a visit from what I affectionately call car RNG, because the cars have their own RNG altogether, and it's like, oh no.
Yeah, I've already hit 2 trucks.
So there we go. We're now faster. All right. And then we're going to go get the third mascot, who is Kofun. She hangs out in the graveyard, and we stand our goth friends. And of course, Kofun also gives us 750 fans. Each mascot kind of gives a different amount. We'll eventually get one that's going to give us 3,000 fans, but that won't be till level 7. So as we get more fans, we get more levels, which unlock more jobs, and more mascots. We collect a very specific amount of mascots for the run, and we also do specific jobs for the run. The first job that we actually unlocked, we only will do once, because it's not worth sending them out more than once, because the money is just not worth it. It's only about, it's just under 1,100. It's 10, I believe it's 10,000 or 1,100, 11,000. It's 10,900. And this fox is Garbage Fox, who allows us to break trash. We can't just break trash on our own. We need the recycling collector, and that also gives us 1,000 fans as well. So there we go. And so now that'll give us some nice cash. And as I mentioned before, we usually wait till we get to job 3 to send out mascots. However, there is one important thing. If you get cards, for example, that give you an action back, the tutorial is actually extended. So that is why I'm trying to send them out now to see if Tofu will call first. Because unfortunately, unless you have extra cards, Torororo is a terrible choice because the first job will always be a yellow, and Torororo doesn't do enough damage for the cards that we have to allow us to win. So there we go.
It's a little bit better now that we see Mama-san at the beginning, because now you could play, like, for him, you can play like Shiori, Mama-san, and then Pinky, or the other way around. But yeah, it used to be if you accidentally tried to do his job first, you just fail each time.
Yeah. Also, meeting characters gives us fans as well, and starting their jobs it also counts as a quest. So quests typically give about 150 fans per completion. Trash will always give you a random amount. The amounts don't change every playthrough, it's just that different trashes give you different values. So despite the fact that I'm in a beginning area, obviously I just got 1,708, which is a lot. Also, one downside to having the fox be a pain is the fact that the in-game world hasn't stopped, and so there is a very good chance that I will lose $80,000 to $100,000 because I won't make it back in time to get the passive income, which we need to be level 5 in order to get. There's a lot of stuff to remember here. Also, here he is, Captain Sign, as I said, a character voiced by OOT Adult Link, and also he's done some tokusatsu work. I totally forget which Super Sentai and or which Kamen Rider he is in. I am sorry. But also, if you're a Darkstalkers fan, he's Dimitri in that game. So, hooray. I can remember some things. I just can't remember everything.
That is awesome. It's amazing just when they put out the call for actors who turns up. Like, we had no idea that all of these cool people were going to turn up to audition for our game.
Nice.
Can I hop in with an interesting update?
You may.
Free the Director is catching up, and it's catching up quick. Crocification in our Free or Crocify the Director bid war for Jazzpunk is at $70, but Free the Director is sneaking up there at $50. There's only a $20 gap there, and that's absolutely something that you can take. If you want to see the Director freed as opposed to crocified, exclamation point donate in chat, and before you donate, you can click to assign your donation to either Free or Crocify the Director, as well as to our Flavor Agent DLC incentive, like this $10 donation from Time Zones. Good luck, Panda and Abbie. Big thanks to Lady Arcaders. My favorite mascot is Shantae, the Half Genie. Thank you so much for that donation, Time Zones, and that did go to Crocify the Director, so extending that lead up just a little bit more. Also, I am still hearing your favorite mascots, so please let me know that in your donation message. Also, given the information we've learned, I would love for you to tell me where you think Promise Mascot Agency fits on the official Zelda timeline.
Or you could also tell us where it fits in the official Yakuza timeline, because there's a timeline with that game.
Or if it could win the G1. That's a New Japan Pro Wrestling reference to the 12 of you who understand that joke. I appreciate you all immensely.
So yeah, here's the card
I hit my
battling
van and I almost missed the fox.
segment. Oh no. So again, it's teaching you how different actions do different things. So Pinky is just a straight up use, so you now only have one turn. Mama-san would give you a turn and a move. Bottle Nengen would give you a card from your deck, but if you choose him as the last action, that doesn't happen. Same thing with the get a turn back, that doesn't happen. So if that's your option, where that card can win you the match, I'll try to select them last, so that you kind of speed up the fight just a little bit. But there's also 5 colors. Some cards are better than others for certain colors. Like, for example, Jose is an excellent light pink card, whereas Pinky is an excellent green and an excellent yellow card. Also, we're about to say hello to Pinky's grandmother as I bounce on the roof of the shop next to her grandmother's. It's fine, don't worry about it. This is also where we get the most important fox of the run, the Pinky Launcher Fox. Who just so happened to come right down the mountain, so that worked out really well, even though I bounced all over the place. So there we go. Also, behind that gate, which we can now destroy, is the upgrade for Yamain. Every card starts as a novice, then goes to a rare, then goes to a super rare, then goes to a super rare, or super secret rare as I call it, but it's SSR. Then they go to ultra rare, or UR. These are just the names that I gave them. There are no names for these things. You're just dealing with what I call them. And
You got them
ultra
almost
rare,
all right.
almost all right. Yay! And those are the higher level card, the better it is. But also the downside to that is for the end game, because the end game we want the worst deck possible. And I know that sounds weird, but don't worry, when we get there, you will understand. So now we're finally doing turning the page. This is the only time we do turning over a new page. Also bees. So this is usually a green. So we're gonna want Pinky and Jose, because that's our best option. If I had Miyako, Pinky's grandmother, that would be our best option. You're not going to give me Pinky, are you? However, I have what I need, because I could do this. Unfortunately, that's not what I wanted, but it's fine. Again, it only means that I use 3 cards instead of 2. Again, you want to use as little cards as possible, but it's fine. Also, more on Mike later. Ollie, I'm sorry. We don't like Mike.
I don't like Mike. It's important to have someone that we don't like in a game.
Well, you succeeded.
So here is...
They're fun to write. Sorry.
Here is Pinky's grandmother, Miyako. She is one of the best blue cards that we're going to pick up. Blue is one of the tougher fights we have, and so Miyako is very valuable with that. And also, we're not going to get her town quest, though we can get her rare version very quickly, because it's literally just talk to her and get like something she makes from her restaurant, and it's like, here you go. Very useful if you're doing get to level 30. I did that before we did this, and it was a 6.5 hour run. So be prepared for the long haul if you choose to do that.
Did you hire Mike?
No. I did not hire Mike.
That's the thing. He's like 6,400 fans just for hiring him.
I didn't even get into Act 4. So it's like... Because one thing that we don't do in any percent is very, very valuable if you want to do agency level 30. Which we will get to when we get there. So right now, we're trying to clean up the beach as much as possible to get our money, and also we are going to hide unavailable jobs, go highest to lowest, send Tofu, and Kufin out for jobs 3 and 4, and then we could clean up the beach, but also it is starting to go dark and I'm in trouble. So I don't know how much of the beach I'm gonna clean up all at once. Fun fact, in 2.1 or in 1.2, we actually don't clean up the beach yet. We actually hop on the train track and get back to Endo as fast as possible. So that way we can get to Agency Fame level 7 first, because we get Mascot, like the route is completely different now. So even like Panda destroyed this run. The record for this category, even on 1.1, is an hour and 42 minutes, and I forget how many seconds. But that's with perfect RNG. We have discovered how much RNG can actually influence the run, and it's quite a bit. Because again, we need mascots to call us right away, because the faster they call us, the more we can help them out and then send them on more jobs, getting more money, and what have you. Because jobs are how we get the majority of the money for things. Did I mess this up? No, I didn't, because I can hope that Jose shows up from this draw. Or better yet, Mama-san. This is the reason we pick up Mama-san's card, so we don't have to rely on Jose as much for the light pinks. Because if you have a rare Yamain and a Mama-san card, you are most likely going to be fine for most of the game's light pink combat. So that's nice. Again, Miyako and Pinky are the dream team for green. Blue, we only ever get one blue. So it's not too much of a hassle. The dream team for yellow is Bottle Nengen and Pinky. And dark pink is Yamain, and we don't get that one much either, so I haven't really determined who's the dream team for that one. I'm sorry.
It's interesting though, because for 1.2 we don't even buy those two cards anymore, and we just get Dr. Spotty.
Dr. Spotty is a legend.
Whose therapist is the best.
I shall tell our art director that was her creation. She was desperate to get that in.
Yeah, the card route is also completely different because of Dr. Spotty, because Dr. Spotty, well, 5,000... No, not even 5,000. He's... No, yeah, 5,000 more. He allows us to have a much smaller deck. Surprising enough. Also, I'm just... Oh, right, you're gonna be a pain for me because I usually do jobs first. It's fine, don't worry about it. But, again, if I can get a 5th person to call, we can get early Yui and Nui to happen. So Yui and Nui, if you don't do 5 jobs before midnight, take until the end of day 2 and the beginning of day 3 to show up. However, if you do 5 jobs before midnight on the first day, they will show up after you meet Miss Wambui, the school's teacher. And it's like, oh, now I can go do the rest of Act 2's story, and it saves so much time. It's so wonderful. Oh wait, I have 2 actions, right? I was panicking, don't worry about it.
Yeah, that happened accidentally in one of my runs, and we were really confused at why they came early.
And it wasn't until... I want to say just before 1.2 dropped that we finally figured it out.
Yeah.
That almost sounds like something's going wrong there, but I'm glad that it works. Because I thought I put in some protection around that to try and space it out. But I'm so happy that you are figuring this stuff out.
Which reminds us, because when I reached out about Ollie coming to do commentary, Ollie, you mentioned that we've done stuff that you didn't know was possible, and we were like, what stuff? Because we were like, what did you not know that was possible? Or not possible?
The first time I think I saw you do a run, you broke the dialogue system. when you were speaking to Captain Sign, and
yes, during the demo.
Oh, is that during the demo? Yeah. And then the way you manipulate this isn't like I didn't know it was possible, but I didn't know that people would care this much and pay this much attention, is manipulating who gets sent out on jobs first and which jobs you want to get first. Because whenever we play it, trying to just blast through it as quick as possible, we just assume that sending Tofu out on Endo's first job is kind of like the quickest thing to do because it just gets it going. That's like so much of the game logic hinges on that happening, and then the next really big gate is all this stuff around like the welcome party and the upgrade, and then Nui and Yui. So it's and there's bills that we just saw pop up. So it's like I'm really excited to show this to the team next week and be like, look at what's happening here and how people have figured this out.
Yeah, that was actually something I enjoyed when I realized, when I was learning the run and I picked Tororo, his job first, and I failed, and I was like, oh, okay, I see what's happening. The game assumes that you would have Tofu first, which makes sense, but I'm actually doing the jobs backwards instead.
Yeah, we always want to account for that, to let as many things happen in as many different orders as possible, even if they're not ideal. But at least the player can do them. And we had to juggle a lot of values on the Jose and Mama-san cards, because when we first put them in, they weren't that good at the malfunction jobs,
okay.
like the stove and stuff. So you could very easily get into a bad spot early on.
Yeah, and they basically, both of them carry the malfunction jobs.
Yes. And I'm interested to know, actually, if there's a way of not completely, but manipulating how often you get calls from mascots, because it starts off, the first one is forced. We always make the first job get into trouble. And then after that, we do random chance on each job to test to see whether a mascot gets in trouble, and then they have a test to see whether they do or not. But then after a certain number of those, we start forcing things to make sure that there is a good pace to the gameplay. And I wonder if that information was out there, whether you would be able to manipulate that more. That would be interesting.
Probably.
Well, I find that the weaker the mascot is, the more likely they're going to call. So, that's what I try to do. I try to just keep sending them out and out and out. And yay, I get to save myself from losing income because I hit level 5 just before midnight. So I'm like, yay, because the amount of money you lose from bills is based on your level, and about 20,000 yen every time. And so what this does, because it's a passive 100,000, we basically negate that loss. However, obviously we're going to get more levels, and in total we're going to lose about 55,000 by the time the next night rolls through. Because we'll be about level 8 by that point. So there we go. That's how you know that your bills have also come out, is when that hits. Also, if you're wondering how we're able to tell what time, it's the little moon there in the corner that I didn't know was a thing until, 2 weeks ago, when someone from my community finally pointed it out, and I'm like, oh, because I've been I would love a timer, something that tells me what time it is in digits, like a digital clock or something.
And I never said anything because I thought you knew.
Yeah, most things happen at midnight in this game. That's when the builds happen, and we do a load of reset at the start of the day for like job cooldown and stuff. But then other stuff like the delivery. I don't know if you engage with the delivery stuff in the run to get a load of money, but that has some different timings on it, so there's less of like an importance on midnight.
And unfortunately, I just lost that job there because I didn't pay attention to my hand. So this is what happened. Losing a job is not as bad as not doing a job. Not doing a job and helping at all causes major financial loss, whereas you still get a decent chunk for failing. You just don't get all of it. Also, we now have fast travel, which are all the phone booths around.
I also just saw you hit a bug as well, we still haven't worked out how that happens. There's sometimes you get a full screen notification that says money earned, and that should never happen. But we found out that it can.
When if you hit a bag money and you get into a scene or a job, it always does that. Yeah. If it doesn't get to show up on the screen, yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know why we got the condition, but like we still haven't worked out like why. Like that thing was removed or disabled.
Because as Panda and I say, this game is cursed. Because we swear it's cursed.
I think that's true.
Because for a long time, Panda was the only one getting early Yui and Nui, and we were like, how is this happening? And then I got it on accident, and the way the first time that I got early in Yui and Nui was waiting to send Kofin on her first job after seeing Endo when we come back from the beach. And it's like, no. That is not and it's like, oh. And then when we finally figured out the condition, it's like, oh, okay, this makes sense.
Yeah, I think this game had so many different iterations, and we rebuilt the structure and the simulation so many times that I think doing that, you just naturally accrue cursed energy in your game engine, and so long as it holds together, that's fine. I don't mind, but I think there is some strangeness in there.
I mean, we are in a cursed town that has a cult and everything, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know.
Yep.
I can help bring some light to sort of alleviate some of the cursing we're dealing with right now, if that's okay.
Sure.
All right. So, quick roundup for everyone, because we are moving. We are $35 away from $1,900 raised for care, and we're getting there thanks to donations like this $10 donation from Dubious. Good luck to both Panda and Abbie. Also, obvious best mascot is Camelop.
Nice.
Thank you so much, Dubious. That went towards Crocify the director, and I will say that Crocify has started making itself a little more prominent, starting to build that lead back up a bit. Right now, we are at $90 for Crocify versus $50 for Free the Director. But I will say, it's just an important note. If you want to find out what crocification is, obviously I understand. But if you're interested in the content, I have been told that freeing the director is actually the more interesting option, and I have not been told why, and that intrigues me greatly. If that intrigues you too, when you donate to CARE, not only are you helping us raise money for a great cause, but you can help us see what exactly it is that freeing the director will actually do. We're also, again, we are $35 away from $1,900. We are less than $150 away from $2,000, and we are over $50. We are at $70 now towards the $250 we need to get more jazz punk into the showcase with that Flavor Nexus DLC special. So any donation at all not only is going to a great cause, but is helping us add more jazz punk to the marathon, helping us figure out what the heck crocification is. It sounds like something that might happen in this game. I don't know.
So, I'm a bit behind on level. I don't want to talk to Mr. Sato till I'm level 6, and that's because he's going to give us a really good job if we're level 6. So I went to that vending machine to help Mr. Sato's quest, since I'm still working to getting there. It is a very good job that is going to give us 65,000 yen when completed. So I was like, I should help with the incentive, right? And start getting that ready at
Oh
some
yeah, I was
point.
gonna ask you if you wanted to buy the stuff during the run or after the run when we get all the money.
I mean, it's up to you. I'm just doing it because I was behind, so I was like, I'm gonna go hit stuff. And then I was like, I'm by the apartment, so up to you. What job's available right now? There we go. Don't worry, we get more than just these 3 mascots, I promise. You're not going to have anything for me till I'm like level 8. And by that point, I should be done. I'm gonna have to see Mr. Sato early. No, it's fine. So here's Mr. Sato. He's gonna show us the Passion of Idols. Normally, we don't pick up his card in the run, because again, we want to make our deck as terrible as possible. So you can. There is only one person, as far as I know, that you cannot do their town quest until you talk to them, which is the train conductor, and he has a bunch of cats all throughout Kazumachi, and so you have to go collect his cats. But it won't let you pick up his cats until you know what they're for. And I'm like, all right then. Oh, you're already on a job. All right then. This is fine. Don't worry about it. So, because you'll see a bunch of broken arcades. That's for, I can never remember his name, but he is a Monagay, who, fun fact, if anybody remembers the PS4 era of Sony, when they were dunking on Microsoft and they said, this is how you share a game on the PlayStation 4, he's in that video because it's Shuhei Yoshida, who was a former executive at Sony during that time. So he's there. Also, if there's any Deadly Premonition fans, the director of that game voices a character. He voices the priest at the shrine. Unfortunately, we don't go to the shrine because the shrine is a bit difficult to traverse. There are actually a lot of characters we don't see in any percent, but I believe I heard at one point Froob say that there's some cursed Deadly Premonition energy in this game.
Hell yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah, I
vehicle
can see it.
physics is a bit better than that game, but but I like Deadly Premonition a lot, and yeah, it's a big influence.
So now I'm on the way to the school, which is when I will get the call about Yui and Nui. Panda, did you manage to get early Yui and Nui?
Yeah, I just got their message.
Nice.
I didn't get the message at the school though because they're lollygagging.
That's another thing. You need to have 10 jobs done, but the prerequisite is that you need to talk to Miss Wambui, because if you don't talk to Miss Wambui, it'll never happen. And then it's like, However, if you never talk to Miss Wambui in a casual playthrough, you won't have them threatening you to send them money. So if you're like, I would like to build up my agency and maybe fix some of the town first, you can do that. But you need to make sure that also 10 jobs aren't complete. And okay, so I can't do that one, but I can do this one. Social media equals wait, what was that one called? I don't want to mess up. Social savages. There we go. I was going to say something completely different. It's fine. And then we have to avoid the evil residences. Are they Resident Evil? No,
They sure are.
but close enough.
Oh yeah, how does the game determine like the job you do, like specifically, like the one that the mascot does? Is that
There
just
is
random?
there's a pool of what we call obstacles, which are the mascot battles. There's 2 pools per level. There's the normal pool of obstacles, and then there's a pool of obstacles that are suited for like kind of restaurant work, because it made no sense, like if you send a mascot out to do a job in a restaurant, that they get stuck in an office door, or if you send them
Right.
to like do the graduation ceremony at school, they're serving beer. So uh, we split them up like that, but it pulls them randomly. But there is an ordered list in that pool, and it picks one randomly, and then it next time it picks one, it tries to pick one that you haven't seen. Uh, that is, but it means that sometimes like you might see some of like the bees or the dogs more often, just because of like it's an easy job, and because the jobs have difficulty levels, and the pool for easy, normal, and hard jobs is different. And like the stalker that you're seeing at the moment can't appear in easy jobs, and I think like some of the like when the mascot is looking at their phone, because there's been some nasty reviews of them online. I don't
Oh yeah, I
know.
always say stop looking at Twitter.
Yeah, there's a load of them are determined by the difficulty of the job, but then you want to do the difficult ones because they pay out more.
Yeah, they the small increase is actually really significant in the 1.2, so there's a lot of failing involved sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I say the card hand changes and we don't get a lot. I find that I'm usually at a deck of 6 cards maximum for 1.2, so that way I can guarantee Dr. Spotty is there. But that's also because I have Pone in the deck, who is a Tanuki that rides a scooter and is adorable and you get from grinding. And is only available in 1.2. There are also a lot of cards, crossovers with Sorry We're Closed, and a few other titles as well. Also, if anyone's ever played Paradise Killer, they put a ton of references to Paradise Killer in this game. There's 2 cards that are references to Paradise Killers. You can find Bear-chan himself on an island, as well as a bunch of pinky nails of like every character from that game, I believe.
Yep, and the Lady Love Dies card is hidden on the other side of the island, and Bear-chan was our dog who was with us during Paradise Killer and most of Promise Mascot Agency. So we always wanted to put her in as well, and there's a couple of other little references to PK in this, like the idol band that Mr. Sato's into is called Paradise If, and the strange cult that you find in the cave is they're worshipping statues from Paradise Killer.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that the statues were Paradise Killer related.
Yeah, they're the exact same assets from that game, but we just hid them a bit so it's not super obvious, because people have asked, are these 2 games in the same world, and I don't really mind if they are or they aren't, but we're not confirming it.
That's fair.
Oh, also,
So
the arcade machines in the game center have some Paradise Killer. There's a Paradise Killer fighting game on one of the screens.
Nice. So yeah, I just went and cleaned up the beach since I didn't have the opportunity to make it in time. If I did, that is actually something that we changed in 1.2 and in 1.1's newest route, where because we get all the mascots first, so everybody's sent on a job and doing stuff. And so we can't send out anybody. So we're like, okay, now let's clean up the beach. Because there's a lot of money sitting on the beach. And again, I haven't calculated how many fans there are, but I want to say there's probably maybe 2,000 fans worth on the beach. I don't know why I went in the water, but here we are. I'm just showing how the truck goes before you get the ability to become a boat, I guess.
You have time for a quick update?
Yep.
We have a $10 donation from Garlic Dread. They say, best of luck, Panda and Abbie. As for mascots, I'm personally a Klonoa girly. Smiley face. Thank you so much for that donation, Garlic Dread. That went towards freeing the director in Jazzpunk coming up in just a little bit. And we're getting closer, but I do want to remind everyone that as we are working towards freeing and crocifying the director, we also are trying to add the Flavor Nexus DLC Special Agent run to the showcase with that $250 incentive. And I want to let everyone know that this has never been seen on a marathon before. This would be the first time that this DLC has been featured as part of a Jazzpunk run at a marathon, and we are just $180 away from adding it to the showcase and seeing it for the first time here on the Lady Arcader Super Showcase. And the great news is, if you would like to help free or crocify the director, you can do both. You can assign your donation to both one of the options in a bid war and to helping us reach Flavor Nexus DLC for Jazzpunk. You don't have to choose. You can do them both. We are $180 away from meeting that Flavor Nexus DLC incentive, which I know we can do. Because also, fun fact, that would put us over $2,000 raised for care already through the Super Showcase. I know we can do it, y'all. Exclamation point donate in chat. Be sure that when you do donate, no matter how big your donation is, it's all going to help us, and that donation can go towards both a bid war option and helping us reach that Flavor Nexus DLC incentive.
So yeah, right now I'm currently getting all the fast travels. We don't get all the fast travels there are available because Panda knows how to fly in this game. I don't know how to fly. The game doesn't like me flying, so I will use fast travel to my advantage in Chapter 3 or Act 3. I switch between the two. I'm sorry, I'm going to get confusing. And so I'm just grabbing those now, as well as grabbing any foxes that I don't have. There are 2 currently that I don't have, and because also I have early Yui and Nui, I don't need to grab the warp to the mines, because the only reason you would need to go to the mines is to deal with the trio, and that's all I'm going to call them, is the trio. I have a much harsher name, but I'm not going to use it here. And also we're going to meet Peaches. Peaches runs Momo Farms. Well, it's her dad's farm. But in order to do the Momo Army job, we need to be level 5, which obviously we are, as we're on level 7, meaning I can also go get my last mascot, who is O. And so we're going to pick that up now as well. We're going to pick up the rice field warp, and then I'm going to go down and get Ichigo Love, and then I'm going to go get O. Then we're going to come back up to get the Boost Fox, and then I'm going to boost up the mountain, because Panda and I also go up the mountain very differently. We both go off-road, because being on the road is too slow. I'm sorry. Also, they recently added time trials, and the song you were just hearing is the song that they use for time trials. So that's also a thing that they added in 1.2. They overhauled the game by a lot. Poor Tofu getting hit by all these cans and what have you. So there we go, Jose, and then I can finish with Pinky, even though I had Mama-san there. Mama-san and Jose are the ultimate combo for Pink. And the game, in my experience, likes to give light Pink a lot. And so that's why I started getting Mama-san a ton, because I was like, okay, I can't have Jose in my hand every time as I slowly tumble down the cliff. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, there is not an even distribution of the obstacles, and there's way more of those, the malfunction ones, the light pink. There's all the cash registers and the drinks and the flaming stoves and all of that. There just ended up being a lot of those compared to the others.
And here he is. It's Ichigo Love. Who is great. He's going to be doing a lot of similar jobs to... I'm gonna guess wrong because I'm not paying attention that much, but he's going to do a lot of the same jobs that Torororo can. So eventually your mascots will go on vacation, and so you can have another mascot sort of take their place because they can do their jobs as well. You can send mascots on whatever job you want. However, one thing that we discovered is by sending mascots on their recommended job, it's better for their stamina. You can send them out more, and therefore we can get the million yen much easier.
Yeah, I think it also affects how likely they are to get in trouble. Can't remember. Like, they are less likely if you send them on the recommended jobs, but because you were stingy on the perk negotiation when you recruited them, I think you've cancelled that benefit out.
Yeah, it's actually better. So like around an hour into the run, Tofu's reading Twitter. Around an hour into the run, I generally start assigning wrong job types, because like you were saying, that makes them more likely to ask for help, which is what I want, so that they come back quicker. Because it's I'm sure this has happened to Abbie too, but I've lost runs to mascots that just never return.
Yeah, that's happened.
Because I think, like the 12-hour, like if you're waiting for waiting for 6 hours for Tofu, and that's like around like 5-ish minutes or something like that.
Yeah, you can also send them out when they haven't got the right amount of stamina as well, and that ramps up their likelihood of them asking for help.
Yeah, but unfortunately it affects the money, so it's like,
yeah,
darn it. So that is also why you didn't see me send Torororo out. Or not Torororo, yes, Tororo. Sorry, I'm gonna get colors confused because I'm like just sending people out. But I could have sent Torororo on a 6,500 or 1,000 yen job. However, I didn't because he was insufficient, so it would have greatly hampered the amount he would get. So also something to keep in mind. There we go. Wrapping back around.
About 3 weeks before we finished the game, I discovered that you could send a single mascot out on every job that was available at the same time. There was a weird trick you could do with the mascot assigning menu, and if we hadn't have caught that, I'm sure you would have caught that, and that would have completely changed the run.
Yeah.
Because it meant it would mean that you could have. I forget exactly how it worked, but you could assign a same mascot to multiple jobs, but you might have also been able to assign different mascots to the same jobs, and it would all the whole thing worked. The game didn't break or anything, but the money you were getting was crazy.
Oh. Yeah, I noticed that sometimes, depending how fast you click on something, it'll be like you went to help a mascot and it's loading in, but then a pop-up goes and it's like, would you like to help them? Yes or no? And I'm like, I just said yes. What is happening? There we go. Like, that's another thing too with mascots that can share jobs. Oh, and Kofun can do a lot of similar jobs. While Kofun is not on vacation yet, she's getting close, because usually when you see life satisfaction pop up, it means they're like 1 or 2 possible jobs away from going on vacation. So it's like, uh-oh. And O is our first mascot that gives us a lot of fans, as she gives 3,300 plus for being hired. She's the hostess with the mostest.
So you haven't found any benefit to the truck stickers and the shrines that give the bonuses to money and fans? Like, the time to get them is not worth it compared to the benefit that they give for the run.
No, because again, we get that little cutscene every time we clean a shrine, and it just takes too long. And as for the stickers, it takes away from our money. So it's just kind of like, because we also don't buy like food items that help mascots get a potential like stamina buff or what have you, because we just have things like so nailed down to what we need for money in order to get done as fast as possible, if I'm making any sense at all.
It's been something like that I want to look into. I haven't had a lot of time to look into it, but I did test like some of the items. Like the noodles probably would be the best for us if the items work at all, because they have a high chance, a relatively decent chance for the amount you pay for them to restore stamina. The only thing that was weird is I was never able to get it to restore stamina. It's interesting because it has like a really low chance of preventing an incident, but it kept preventing incidents and not restoring stamina, which was interesting.
We can take a look at that. I think that code is sound, but who knows what cursed energy is in there.
Good old cursed energy.
I mean, I also wouldn't be surprised if it was just really terrible luck.
Can I balance out that cursed energy for a second?
Sure.
So we are only $25 away from $1,900 raised for care, and only $125 away from $1,900. And I want to put that into a bit of perspective. So $23 can provide medicine to treat one severely malnourished child. And $133, so just a little bit more than that $125, you can provide a refugee family of 4 with mattresses and blankets. So not only are your donations going to add some more jazz punk to the marathon, add some more decisions about whether we're freeing someone, whether we're crocifying someone, you're also doing an actual difference in the lives of people around the world and bringing medicine, mattresses, water to 121 plus countries. So !donate in chat. Any donation you are willing to give not only is going to help add more to the marathon, but is going to bring tangible benefit to the lives of so many people around the world.
Boost Fox is the biggest pain, and I don't know why I've sat here trying to chase it, though I was trying to also hit the money around, because the unfinished hotel actually has a ton of money around it. But yeah, Boost Fox, we gave up on trying to catch it by boosting into it and waited till we had Pinky Launcher, because Pinky Launcher makes it so much easier, because it has to be the biggest pain out of all the foxes to get.
Yeah, this environment is a bad one for fox chasing.
Also, I've had the ability to go see Yui and Nui the whole time, never did it. Never did it. Need to do it, but never did it. And I'm like, oh, I'm by the mines, and oh, I'm gonna have to pick up that teleport, aren't I? Okay, cool. So all of the benefit of early Yui and Nui, I completely squandered it. It's fine. But now I have double the boost, so that really helps for the glide fox, because we're not sure how the speed of when we're gliding works. But what I do know is that it's really slow unless you're boosting, and so having double the boost really helps.
Yeah, we also help refill boost when you're gliding. Like any trash bags or signs or sins you pick up, refill boost. And when you're gliding, the boost bar replenishes naturally. But then we also do a little bit of extra if you do a dive and then climb and head back up. We give you some extra boost there, but then that's the trade-off. There is that it's so slow to climb, and you kind of got there is a good like rhythm to it, but you know, ideally you just want to be pointing down and boosting.
Also, were you guys aware of this? So as you can see, my boost meter is drained, but if I just hold the brake, I can make the boost refill faster.
Yes, we were aware of that, and we decided to leave it in. There's a few little boost oddities that we decided to leave in, and we also added stuff like whenever you come out of a cutscene, boost is restored. But I noticed that boost isn't restored on when you load a game, which seems odd, but that's what it is. But yeah, we wanted to put all that stuff in so that if people wanted to figure that stuff out, they could.
Oh, okay. Because me and Panda were talking about it the other day, and we were like, I wonder if they know if that's a thing that can happen.
If people want to do that as like a way of getting boost, but kind of sitting there a bit and not, you know, playing the game normally, that is absolutely fine by me.
It doesn't help the run chat.
It can help in a pinch, like if you like in the very beginning, if you're trying to get a fox and you just you realize you didn't manage your boost meter very well when you get to them, you can just kind of stop and do that and then run into them.
I should have checked my hand better. Oops. I was like, oh, this will be fine. No.
Can I hop in with an important update?
Mm-hmm.
We've received a $25 donation from Paging Sai, who says, thanks for the fun, chaotic run so far. Thanks to the Lady Arcaders community for being so accepting and helping out an amazing cause. Less than 3. And with that, we have raised $1,900 for CARE as part of Lady Arcaders Super Showcase 2025. Not only that, but we are now, and let me make sure I have my numbers correct. We are now just about at $100 towards that Flavor Nexus DLC Special Agent run, and importantly, for those of you that are interested, Crocification has taken a pretty sizable lead in the bid war at $115 versus Free the Director at $60. And if you're not convinced by this Flavor Nexus DLC, I'm going to give you just a quick little rundown of all of the things that are part of this that we will be adding into the run. Excuse me. Fighting a pizza demon with a chainsaw, spontaneous combustion, and Bad Santa. Do you not want any of those things? If you want to help us add any and all of those things to the marathon, we are at $95 towards that $250 incentive to add the Flavor Nexus DLC to the Special Agent run. But thank you all so much for $1,900 raised for care. Let's go. We are almost to $2,000, everybody. We can do it.
I knew I was in the right spot for that, but apparently I was just in the wrong dilapidated building yard. So yeah, I'm just running around trying to get all of the items. So in a bit of an effort to catch up with the incentive and whatnot also in play, though I didn't make my little shortcut up the mountain because I went to get that. So right now I'm on the road. However, I can back up here and do the rest of it, which is like this. Also, if you've ever find yourself that you're completely thrown off the road, there is a respawn that you can do as well, and it'll respawn you towards the closest road, which is nice, which has been used quite a few times throughout runs. Because it's just like, oh, I misshot that so bad. And there's our glide fox. Thank you. And what that's going to also do is teleport me over to the main summit area from where my final teleport or fast travel spot is. And there we go. Actually, that's not true. I have to get the Edge of Influence. But don't worry about it. Also, this fox gives us the most fans out of all the foxes at 1,802, but that's also including bonuses and whatnot. I don't know what it is without any bonuses, but it's always 802 in the run. So now, all aboard Air Pinky. Please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. We are not responsible for any injuries you may sustain. Also, Pinky says trans rights, because if you pay attention to the brim of the hat, it has the trans colors on it, which I don't know if that was intentional, but it's cool.
Mm-hmm. Sure was.
Hell yeah. So here we go. I am flying, nicely done.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, I always make the flight path right here. So I will always hit the Edge of Influence here, but sometimes I bounce into the ocean, but it puts me here anyway, and I'm like, all right, this works.
So in the 1.2 run, how early do you need the pond card?
Not that early. Thanks to Dr. Spotty. If it wasn't for Dr. Spotty, probably a lot earlier. And typically what I would do is once I'm back from Endo, and I have early Yui and Nui secured and I'm waiting for jobs, I will grind along this way because I find this is the best spot for it. I'm currently still working on adding a category to the game that I'm calling Michi Hawk %, where you would need to get Pawn to Ultra Rare, but I haven't fully gotten it figured out, because I've been mostly spending my time in 1.1. I went to the wrong place. This is fine. This is fine. Wrong place.
The building at the top of the mountain has a grind rail on it where you can go infinitely fast, and that is the quickest way to unlock Pon, because you can do it all in one go. and I just wondered whether that had made it in.
Panda goes up to the mountain pretty early in 1.2 because of grind, so she could probably figure
That's
that
on the
out faster
spot
than I
on
could.
top of the building, right? You said.
Yeah, the next to where you get the cutscene for unlocking the glide, there's a grind rail on top of that building, and because it's a small loop, you can go infinitely. And we turn off a whole bunch of vehicle physics when we do the grind, so it means that when you're grinding, you can go infinitely fast. So you because Pon is based on distance in a grind, like cumulative. So you can get him to ultra rare very, very quickly, so long as you can get up to the top of the mountain very quickly. You could have him at ultra rare very early on.
Oh,
Good to know.
And if you're
I knew
feeling
it was
good,
up there, but I didn't really consider it because usually I just settle for having at least the basic version of Pwn.
yeah, I suppose with the way you do the run, you don't actually need an ultra rare.
I mean, but depending on how, since it would be quick, it might actually be better.
yeah, it might, because an ultra rare card would be very handy. So now we're going to discuss Pinky becoming mayor. Is this a necessary trigger for anything?
Yes, certain parts of the story won't activate until you've had that conversation.
Oh, okay. We weren't sure, and there was that one time that Panda had a glitch where she wasn't allowed to talk about the new mayor because she accidentally left early, and we were like,
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like, I have no idea if this is if this is necessary to complete the run or not.
Yeah, you can't get through the end of Act 3 without it.
Oh, okay. We were never sure because we never tried. But now we know. All right. So now we're waiting for the mayor's reaction. Fun fact, teleporting will always move the story along. We used to think that it had to be specifically District S, but no, it's literally you could teleport anywhere and you'd be fine. But also eventually the game will be like, hey, can you do the thing? And it's like, okay.
Yeah, a lot of those things are, a lot of those quest logs, like story beats that move on, are based on, we have a series of invisible volumes around different areas in the game, so that when you drive into them, it knows that you're in there, and it will display the little like name of the area, like District S or whatever. We check to make sure that you aren't in like the town hall. Like if you've just been to see the mayor and then you are waiting for the mayor's reaction, or you've been to see Sato and you're waiting for the mayor's reaction because the mayor is then at the agency, we check to make sure that you're not in the agency. Of course, you couldn't be because you've just spoken to Sato, but through the teleporting, it resets your position, and so the game can go, oh, okay, they're not, the player isn't somewhere bad. We're okay to trigger the next bit.
One thing that I forgot to note all the way back at the party, if you haven't gotten the party call, don't go anywhere near the agency because it won't trigger. Same thing with a lot of story beats. Don't teleport to the agency because it won't trigger if you're specifically at the agency. So that's why you'll always see me go to like District S or something like that, because it just won't trigger at the agency. So beware of
You can
the
actually
agency
be right
sometimes.
outside the agency. I found out. If you go in through the exit where Shiori is, as long as you don't see Promise Mascot Agency thing pop up, you're still in the other area, so she can still call you.
Yes, some of the volumes are a little like a little wonky because a bunch of them have to sit next to each other. And it's because so much stuff happens story-wise at the agency, like when Tofu calls about the branding, it wouldn't make sense for him to be phoning when he's potentially right next to you. So that's why we make sure that you're not directly outside the agency.
I just looked at my money and I was like, oh no, I'm way behind. And then I remembered, oh yeah, because I'm buying all the Sato stuff. Right. So I almost freaked myself out. It's fine.
Got time for a quick announcement?
Yep.
I want to let everyone know that for a limited time only, you can purchase exclusive Lady Arcader's Super Showcase merch. Choose from stylish t-shirts or tank tops showcasing the new retro-inspired cartridge design. Plus, don't miss out on the limited edition poster, notebooks, and stickers featuring our event trio, Sprite, Glitch, and Kate. And if you want to top off your look, grab one of our 2 newly designed scrunchies. Now, a portion of the purchase price from each item sold in the LASS 2025 Connection is going to directly supporting CARE's vital work. You can check out the entire collection at ldy.gg/shop or type !merch in chat. And as we said, a portion of that purchase price is going to help raise this money. And we are so close to $2,000, everyone. We are $100 away from $2,000 raised for CARE. Can we get there by the end of this run? I think we can get there by the end of this run, y'all. ! Donate in chat, ! Merch in chat. Anything you're able to contribute will help us reach that milestone, help us raise money for an amazing cause, and help us add more jazz punk to Lady Arcader's Super Showcase.
Was just dealt a really bad hand there. Because it was like, oh, I had to mulligan 3 times. Oh, I didn't get what I needed. Oh no. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're almost there because we're almost at 1 million. And then we can go to Act 3. Because the thing about Act 2 is Act 2 does not end if you haven't given the $1 million. Which is why... Or million yen, which is why... we do that. Otherwise we probably wouldn't it wouldn't be necessary. So now, unfortunately though, I have to get the trio in my deck. They will always be put in your deck, but also they just make completing battles harder. But also we'll get told about a new business opportunity. That new business opportunity is the crane game. Very necessary and helpful for getting to agency fame level 30. Not really helpful here. Go. So Shiori calls. Also, the twins won't threaten the trio until you've paid the money. Because that's what happens when you've paid the money. You get a call from Shiori and she's like, hey, the twins are here. And it's like, yeah. And they're threatening to kill the trio over here. And it's like, oh. Now, Panda, how's your progress going?
I am on Act 3.
Oh, nice.
So I'm autopiloting, so now I was like, where am I going? I'm going to see the mayor. Oh, to his house, I guess.
To the mayor's house. And I am not going to the mayor's house yet, because I'm still in Act 2. You know, Panda, you might have had the better idea of getting the Sato stuff after, but we're here now. So it's
you have all
too
of
late
it?
to turn back. I'm missing like one piece.
Okay, I guess you can
Which
get
is
that
the
one
piece
after.
on that shrine. Yeah. It's just I have nothing to do until then, because literally I have to get the money, and I'm waiting for mascots to come back and be able to do jobs. And so I'm like, what do I do in the meantime?
Our strong
Panda, you said you were on Act. You said you were on Act 3. Can you clarify how many acts there are?
There are 4 acts.
So, y'all, can we beat Panda to the end of the game and hit $2,000 of 4? Because we're running out of time to do it during this run, y'all. Panda and Abbie are crushing this run, and if we want to hit 2,000 before the end of it, they're not making it easy on us, y'all. Do you want to see Pizza Demons and Chainsaws in Jazz Punk? I want to see Pizza Demons and Chainsaws in Jazz Punk. You can help us do that by helping reach that Flavor Nexus DLC incentive, which we are currently just under $150 away from adding that onto the marathon. So we don't have that much time left before Panda and Abbie have completed this race, and we're moving on to Jazz Punk. Also, help us. Everything you can do to help us raise that is going to go to a great cause, and help us add more Jazz Punk into the marathon, as well as hit that $2,000 amount for care.
Also, I really enjoy the plane, as you can see. One of the things you can do is, if you don't have boosts, that's fine. Just put the wings away and bring them back out, and you will go fast again.
And at the moment, I'm running to the last piece of Mr. Sato's quest. It's up this giant Torii gate, or set of Torii gates right next to the shrine. It can be a little confusing to get here. There we go. I now have all of them. Hooray! And now I'm just going to let my mascots charge. Fun fact, we do no jobs once we hit the 1,000,000. And that is because we don't need money anymore after that. We just go, okay, time to become detectives and solve a mystery. And that's what Act 3 is all about, while waiting for Mike. And Mike is a pain to wait for. Because one thing about Mike is Mike's on a timer. It can be between... I'm going to go with my original saying of 13 to 14 minutes. But it's only while you're in the overworld. So every time you're talking to somebody, the timer pauses. And it's like, oh, so this timer goes significantly longer than 13 minutes and 38 seconds. I timed it out once on stream, and it was like, haha. But again, every time you talk to somebody, it's like, I'm going to pause. And I'm like, oh.
Is that for completing the Grand Prix?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, that because when we test it and we're just trying to get through the game as quick as possible, that is, one of those little speed bumps in the test plan.
Oh no. So, while I'm waiting for my mascots to heal, I'm just gonna turn in the quest here. So you have to get support cards in order for their town quests to appear. You actually get 2 ultra rares for completing town quests, because you get the hero, the giver's ultra rare card, and then they give you another one just because. And so there we go. I have now set up for Mr. Sato showing us the power of idle passion. So that is set, and then we're just going here, trying to find any cash so that I can make it a little bit easier on my mascots. There is one more spot that I can clean out, and that's up by Ichigo's farm, because there's the burnt down haunted village. That's right, there's a haunted old village here on the island.
Yeah, that spot's pretty good for trash bags, and it's relatively near the mayor signs outside the mansion if you're after agency fame.
There are so many signs outside, and it's just like, I think you overdid it. You didn't need that much.
I think it could use more.
Take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. It's fine. So I'm going to send O on this because it's 6,500, and even though she's not the required one to do it, it's going to still give me a significant amount, as I'm about to hit level 9. Haha, level 9. Actually, no, because no, I'm not going to do that. That would complicate things, and plus, he doesn't have any jobs he can do yet because he's weird. Sorry, I'm making fun of a mascot that you can get at level 8. I'm sorry, Salary Nan. I'm sorry that capitalism has decided to use your image on the side of their ATMs, but you're kind of bad early game. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's because he got switched around at some point. He was a later game unlock, but I wanted to move him early, but didn't kind of adjust for everything.
We've had a bit of time now to get to know some of these mascots. So if you've found yourself particularly drawn to one, like you're seeing someone here that you find yourself particularly, rooting for or wanting to do well in the agency, please let us know in a donation message, and I'll be sure to share your support for your favorite mascot that you've met over the course of this race. If you're a Pinky fan, let us know. If you're a Tofu fan, let us know. Any donation you give will help us raise money for care, and I'll also be more than willing to share your opinions about the new friends that we have made over the course of this race.
You better be a Tofu fan.
You've been warned. Tofu is Panda's son. You don't want to make Panda mad. Of course, one mascot that we don't get to see is a vampiric strawberry. Don't worry about it. But there is a vampiric strawberry mascot.
I really like Kakigori. She's so cute.
Yeah, she's one of my favourites. It's still so funny that you guys have got the one of the first quest logs still on the screen, and I presume that won't change before the end of the game.
Nope. We never ask Pinky anything.
It's actually
However,
not bad to do in Fame 30 though, because you get like, I don't know, a good number of fans for like 2 seconds, so...
Chat, if you donate, I don't know, let's say $10, I'll let you see what the quest is. So if you're curious what that quest is, !donate?
You can see what the quest is, and you can help us get closer to $2,000, and you can help us get closer to adding the Flavor Nexus DLC, all in one donation. So not only are you helping raise money for care, not only are you adding more DLC to the showcase, but Abbie just threw in a real juicy little piece of incentive there. So if you want to see what this quest log actually is, ! Donate in chat.
There's
hit
some
Grandma.
very good glide control going on.
Yeah, one of my favorite things is that you can hit them and then you get the, like, all the symbols that pop up.
Yeah.
I thought that was a nice touch. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the flying and also the grinding. Oh, this is also one of my favorite visual glitches. If you have the wings out and you talk to a NPC, you will still be flying. You can tell by Pinky's little hat that she wears whenever you're flying. Because it is Air Pinky.
I can't remember that. Does that still persist in 1.2?
I think so, yes.
Awesome.
But yeah, I really enjoy the flying, so when you guys announced the grinding update, I was like, alright, here we go.
Yeah, you could do some really good stuff with using the grinding as a launch rail to set up a really good glide. And if you can time it right on that building at the top of the mountain summit, when you are going round and round and round at infinite speed, that will just launch you to any point in the map you want. But you're going so fast you can't tell where you're going to launch. But if you got good at that, I bet you could you could immediately launch yourself to the agency far faster than driving to a fast travel point and doing that.
I know Panda has out of bounds into the mountain.
Oh, really? How did that happen?
I was grinding on the I think the water tower? I think it like spirals down the tower.
Oh. That's exciting.
And I like made it between I think the edge of a building and I guess the ground.
Just adding that to my notebook.
I didn't get to stay in very long. I got popped back out pretty fast, but
Oh, that's alright then.
How goes the mystery, Panda?
oh, I'm talking to Shimazu after I tried talking to her and then went in the agency instead.
Okay, so you are way ahead of me at this point. Yeah, you are way ahead because you're almost done with Act 3, and then Act 4 is just fight Mike, who turns out to be a dirtbag, which is why we don't like him.
Oh yeah, that's one of my... So I found out the other day that if you hire Mike after the game, you can send him on the Grand Prix, and Mike is just literally talking to himself.
Okay, yeah, I am in trouble. So, okay. I'm trying to think here, because Panda has won this, by a long shot. Panda, since I have the Sato stuff set up, do you want to show off the Toki stuff, and then when you show off the Toki stuff, I'll show off the Sato stuff?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, because I am...
That would probably actually save us time, funny enough.
Funny enough. Because I am, I want to say almost 25 minutes behind Panda. I want to say, because I still don't even have $1 million yet. And none of my mascots are healed. Oh, Tofu's back. I was going to say, and none of my mascots are healed enough to give me what I need to do the thing.
But yeah, that's why I'm really looking forward to like digging into the Fame level 30 run, because I really do like. There's a lot of cool mechanics that we just don't get to use in any percent, but they're actually really useful in like Fame level 30. Like for example, like the stamina refill. Like you just have the chance to just completely refill their stamina.
Yeah, which is really helpful in level 30, because you're going to want to send mascots on jobs, and you're also going to want to take advantage of the crane game, which I will show you now, just because we're here, and crane game time. So when you meet the trio, Shiori puts them to work by sending out merchandise of the mascots. So, oh right, I have to go talk to Shiori first. Whoops. So that's what we're gonna do. Just because I have lost the race does not mean I cannot, I can't word good. Just because I have lost the race does not mean I can't show you the game. There we go.
And this has been sped up in 1.2 as well, so it's slightly quicker to make your money and your fame.
Yay.
Also, this is the election, so Pinky actually runs for mayor in the game. Unfortunately, though, for any percent, we do not participate, so evil wins.
Yes, evil wins. Also, every sign that you kill is replaced with a Pinky. I'm independent till I die sign.
Yeah.
But when the election is over, they're just sticks in the ground, unfortunately. So yeah, you get the crane game, you can get your acrylics, and then you can send them off. And by doing this over and over again, as you just saw, I just got 509 fans. You can literally send thousands of merchandise to stores to get like 23,000 fans. That's how I did agency fame level 30 in 6.5 hours, because I spammed this. Because eventually, like, getting agency fame it's a crawl. And so it's like, oh, you can get massive amounts of fans for doing this? Why, thank you. I am falling because I want to get this cart that I forgot to get like ages ago. It's fine. Also, sometimes you can get stuck in stuff and then you can't get out, and then it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Question for the audience and for the assembled here. What's the coolest thing you've ever won in a crane game?
Nothing,
John?
because I've never won.
I've done so Sega has like online crane game thing, but it's Japan only. But I have a friend who lives in Japan, so sometimes on stream we would do like a Discord call, and I would basically just stream us playing the crane game. It was basically me telling her how to operate the crane game and her actually operating it, which is funny.
If you want to let us know what you... No, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, Panda is also an excellent Mahjong player. And when's Mahjong in Promise Mascot Agency?
Oh god, that would require us learning Mahjong, which I want to do, but to have the time.
And hey, if you are just joining us, welcome to Lady Arcader's Super Showcase. We are currently watching this any percent race between Abbie and Panda of Promise Mascot Agency. We are an all-women in femme charity talent event running today through August 24th, benefiting CARE, and we are only $100 away from raising $2,000 so far for CARE. Welcome in. You've tuned into one of... I don't know if we can explain in a short amount of time what you're watching, but it's enjoyable and it's a really, really fun race to watch. So make sure you tune in throughout the weekend. ! Donate in chat. We are so close to raising $2,000 for charity, and we are so close to adding 10 minutes of never before seen on a marathon DLC to the Jazz Punk run that is coming up very, very soon. So thank you all. Welcome in and enjoy Tofu, Pinky, and the rest of the gang.
Yes.
So
It
this
should
is
be noted that the...
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to mention that increasing job share, that is not a thing you would normally see in any percent. But eventually you would need to do that in order for them to work again. So, like I said, it's also management sim.
Tofu no. But yeah, I am in this is Act 4, so this is the end game, which is basically, we need to win the Mascot Grand Prix, but it's being extremely rigged against us. So unfortunately, the first 3 jobs that we do, we have to just fail them as quickly as possible, because it's not possible for us to complete them.
So that is why you would want a not as great deck as possible, because eventually cards get too good, and it's like, oh, now this is taking too long. I
just had to play all 5 cards. This is like the worst RNG you could get.
Oh. Oh no.
I only had 1 card that didn't give an action point back.
I've managed to get that to about 50 cards before I ran out, and the game slowed to about 5 frames a second, so I never did that again.
I think everybody that I know that has played the game out of principle has been like, can I get my deck to... Can I deck out at least once in these fights? Just out of principle.
I did for each one out of spite.
I wanted to see if the game would be like, you have played every card, here's your reward.
The reward is failure.
I didn't know that you were supposed to lose!
It's now time for pep talk with Pinky.
Let's go pep talk with Pinky. Which means we get the ultimate cards that only show up at the end and disappear afterwards. Also, I still don't have... Clearly, me getting the Sato stuff was a bad idea on my part. This is fine.
It's fine, we inadvertently saved time. Because you'll just already have them.
True. But yes, Act 2 has the possibility of never ending. Because again, if you... And the timer is very generous for also paying Shimazu back. Like, again, it's been this entire time that we've been running. And it's just like, okay, eventually the twins will yell at you and be like, money now? And there is the possibility of game overing. I have no idea how long that takes to game over from not paying them. From what I understand, based on posts I've seen, it takes a while.
It does take a while, but we still have so many complaints that the game is too hard. So
Oh.
we added an easy mode in on the 1.2 patch. But yeah, it does take a while. But I think people just advance the story quite quickly and don't realize, as they, people wouldn't know because we don't tell them that the fail state is going to kick in. But we do. When you get a game over, we keep like loads of autosaves, so you don't have to go too far back.
Indeed. And then the card game got harder in 1.2.
Oh yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah, it got a lot harder to the point where we had to rewrite our cards because we were like,
Also, I would like to point out that my son Tofu is now going to succeed at life by beating the door finally.
Yes, the ultimate test.
So we in the finale stuff, the battles that you go through, I think it forces Tofu. It always forces Tofu for this one, for the get stuck in door, because we presume that the first time Tofu got into trouble, it was with him getting stuck in a door after getting the job from Endo, rather than how you've subverted it and sent Troro out instead. But all the others are picked randomly, but we always want to make sure that Tofu is the one that gets the glory right at the end.
Yeah, I noticed that the mascots changed because like I have some completed files and like less completed files and like basically 100% completion file, and then like these files, and the mascots do change a little bit, but yeah, Tofu is basically like always the same from what I've seen.
Yep.
Even if he's on vacation, he has to fight the ultimate test. There is no getting away from it.
I have something I'd like to share with the class real quick.
Yes.
Sure.
We have a $155 donation to Care from Highly Incompetent, who shares, I wanted to love Tofu the most, but Kokemaru stole my heart.
You know what? I accept that.
I accept
Yay.
that too.
Koke
Here's
is very
the thing.
cute.
We have passed $2,000 raised for Care. We have also... Please, that's huge in and of itself. Also, let's give it up because we have met. That's right, we have met the Flavor Nexus DLC Special Agent Run incentive, which means we are going to see 10 minutes more of jazz punk that has never before been shown off on a marathon. Y'all, thank you so much. $2,000 raised is going to do so much good in so many places. Thank you so much for helping us raise that. And let's keep going. Let's keep going even further. Let's keep raising even more. And let's keep doing some amazing things as we see some amazing gameplay coming up in the next couple of days.
So here's the twins again threatening to kill the trio because they're like, spies? You're supposed... Because technically, Michi's supposed to be dead. People aren't supposed to know that he's connected to the Yakuza. And it's like, everybody knows. Oh. All right, then.
I'm at the end, so this will basically be the very first part to one of the incentives for the extra content. Where this is this is Toki here, who is confronting the matriarch, who who we are going to kill because that's faster. It's only like 14 dialogue boxes, I think, versus like 26, and I think the other one's 24. Also, time will be when the credit screen shows up.
Yeah.
It is now.
GG, Panda.
GG, Panda.
Thank you.
I'm still in chapter 2. I just dealt with the twins, and now I'm like, Toki, nah, we're gonna wait till Toki is buried and then Sato.
Also, shout outs to this song. This song is so good.
It is so good, and I'm so glad that in 1.2 they added the function to basically turn the radio so you can make it play more than just at the very beginning of the game and during the credits.
Oh yeah, and they added I think Captain Sign sells the
Yeah.
CD for it too.
Yeah. It's so cool. Also,
okay, how do we want to do this? Do we want to just fly there, or do we want to drive all the way there?
That's up to you.
Well, then I'm always gonna fly.
Then fly away. Also, if you do dig the soundtrack is on vinyl as well as cassette. So if you are a cassette enjoyer, you can have the Promised Mascot Agency soundtrack on cassette. It's also on Spotify and on Bandcamp if you're not a fan of physical music.
I've got the cassettes right here, and they are in a lovely pink and neon orange colour. I'm a cassette enjoyer, so I was very glad that we got those.
Nice.
Also, I just got a pop-up. There's 2 pop-ups that can happen during the run. One of them is Pinky scolding you.
Because you're in the red, and the other one is like, hey, we haven't done job in a while.
You haven't sent mascots on jobs in a while.
Also, if you're wondering why I'm hanging around the agency right now, that's because that's where the dance happens. You must relax inside the agency for the dancing to commence.
Well, I was trying not to land right on top of it.
But you landed on top of it anyway?
Yeah. Alright, here we go. So basically, a little bonus at the end is if you kill Toki, one of your additional quests is you can meet Nui and Yui at the top of the mountain, who are already here, and looks like they've already taken care of, if you can see back there, Toki.
Yeah, so you have successfully buried Toki.
Yeah, I love Pinky. Hey girls, lovely day for it.
My question is, how do they get their car there? Because you saw what we had to go through, and it's like, how did you get your car here? There's no road here.
The magic of video games.
Video games. All right. And then I will do the thing, I hope, because it might want me to do a few other things first. It's gonna make me do a few other things first. Okay, this is fine. We're just doing agency things and getting Pinky up. Because that's how you would get Pinky's card up, is by doing the relaxing. I'm pretty sure this... Yeah, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
It was confusing the first time I did it, because I was like, excuse me? Why didn't my trophy pop? I have gotten this game 3 times. I have it on Switch. I have it on PS5. I have it on PC. And... Oh, here we go. Yeah. So he's just dancing to show... But wait, there's more. Don't worry. There's more. But I also have to relax with Tofu. Apparently. Why did it choose the Sato Part 1 and then do Tofu? Whatever. I guess we're getting more scenes of this game. And also learning about selling your soul. Because there's 3 parts to the Sato cutscenes. I really hope it doesn't involve having to be in, like, Chapter 3 or anything. Oh my god.
Yeah, you have to complete the game to see the one at the top of the town hall.
Oh my god. Alright. Okay.
Well, today we learned.
Today we learned. Alright, well, we saw part 1 from me. I don't know, Panda, do you want to go get the rest of it? Because it's going to be like another like half hour for me to finish the game. Or like 40 minutes or something. I don't know how we want to proceed.
I don't think you need to get all of the items for Sato's quest.
Oh, I've done that. It's yeah, you in order to get all the thing to get his dance, yeah.
Hall one. Okay.
Yeah. And then so it's get the 5 items and beat the game to see all of them, as we just found out. And then you go back to the agency and do the thing. This is my bad for not realizing that I was going to mess up so bad. I'd like to say this has never happened before, but this has happened before with me running video games. Don't worry about it. Oh, but I could show that thing that I said I would show if we got $10 or more. This is the quest that's been sitting here, which is just talking to Pinky, when you can find where mascots are, what the agency has, what jobs are available. So if you're ever lost and not, you can just ask Pinky, and Pinky will direct you, because whatever you ask her will show up on the map in the bright red. And it's like, aha. So that's the thing that stays on the screen the entire run. Also, I do love that you can just drive here and Toki spawns in. It's not like you have to be somewhere else first.
Oh, what? Sorry, you get the phone call, you're there, and he just appears.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Yep, it's been like that since day one. Where you can just be like, oh, I'm gonna just warp to the spot. That's why we get the Edge of Influence, is because all the Toki meetings, we can just instantly warp there. And so it's like, huzzah. Start Act 3 immediately, which unfortunately starts the Mike countdown, and I was so sad during the level 30 because I was like, I don't want to have to deal with Mike. Luckily, Mike gave me 2,000 fans, so I was like, okay, you're cool. Thanks for the 2,000 fans.
Yeah, the payout from the Grand Prix is decent, but it does have a time cost, which when you are playing it normally, it's kind of like, it's just one of those things that happens, and it's kind of it's going along at a fairly normal pace. But I can understand why it would frustrate someone that is not playing it in the normal way.
Yeah, and so typically what you would see me do is, if it's something along the way, I will drive to it not in a speed way, and then if it's something like going to see Toki or Miyako or what have you, I'm warping there, because again, Flight doesn't like me. So I'm like, I'm going to teleport because this is consistent.
And while you're doing that, Panda, can you go into detail about what's going on your screen?
Yep. I'm actually, there's a bunch of like really random vending machines that there is a idol group that Sato likes called Paradise If, and they have decided to hide their merchandise all around the town and just randomly place vending machines. Like the one that was just sitting in the middle of a dirt field, like by a farm. Or the last one I just got that was actually at a shrine. And I believe I have all of them.
Hooray!
So I
Yeah,
will
so the
turn
5
those
of
into
them
him. Oh right, I have to.
are
I forgot. The end of the game, he goes to the school.
yes, he goes to school at the end of the game, and then he'll be like, "I can talk to you," and you're like, "Hooray!"
Also, I love them. I love Double T.
Double
Yeah, so do
T
I.
is the best.
They're very cute.
Again, thank you all for helping us raise $200 for CARE in order to explore this musical journey with Mr. Sato. Thank you all so much, and this is absolutely the work that CARE does is well worth the donations, but this is also incredibly special. So thank you all so much for helping us see this as part of the showcase.
Oh wait, I don't want to be there. Sorry, I'm just gonna put up on my map for a second all the location spots. So the shrine one is over here. Then there's the one over by Toki's burial site. Which
Oh, I forgot that one.
is-
Okay,
Oh, you did?
I'll go get it.
Okay, cool.
I have the teleport
Um,
there. I knew I was like, I have all of them right, and I was like, I feel like I'm missing one.
Oh no. And then there's that one by Toki's burial site. There's the one at the apartments themselves, which was the one that I got first and thought I was doing a good thing, and it's like, no, you weren't. Oh. And then there's the one in the morning market. And so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's the one that's above the haunted tunnel, which is that one that was in the dirt field that Panda mentioned. Again, guides are a little bit confusing about that one because they're like, they don't mention above it. They're like, go to the haunted tunnel. And it's like, no, don't go to the haunted tunnel. You want to go above the haunted tunnel to the field. It's better to go through the hot springs resort than it is the haunted tunnel. If you're looking for the clean way to do it. And so, yeah. Again, I had a tough time when I was reading a guide to do that.
Yeah, and it was a little cruel of us to not put them on the map, which I think got fixed in 1.2.
Yes, in 1.2, the vending machines themselves are on the map, which I was like, oh, that's nice. Huzzah.
I forget the spot for this one's this thing here.
It's to the south.
Oh, it's up here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's behind one of the dilapidated buildings.
Oh yeah, we also didn't get to hear the screaming deer, who's now running away from me. There's a deer that yells really loudly, and it's really funny.
I didn't know that. I might have known that because it might
I was trying to
scream at me, but I didn't know.
Come back.
It sometimes sounds like a screaming child.
Okay, yeah, I've been screamed at thing. I know what's happening now. I didn't know it was a deer, but it's...
He has feelings. Or she, actually.
Hey, can I share something kind of cool?
Yes.
So we have opened a new incentive for the Tamashi run tonight by Astrid the Horror Girl. And it's a really cool incentive called Left Hand Path. So for $150 raised for CARE, if you think that doing just a normal puzzle platformer is too easy, we're going to make it just a little bit harder on Astrid by forcing her to go left every single time there's a choice. So we are going to push Astrid down the left-hand path for this run of Tamashi coming up later tonight, but only if we are able to raise $150 per CARE. We have a couple runs in between now and then, but that's not that much time, and this is going to be a really cool wrinkle into an already really, really cool run. So Thank you so much for helping us raise over $2,000 for care already. For just $150 more, we can add that much more into tonight's Lady Arcader Super Showcase.
And that's Miss Kimura. She is from the idol group Paradise If. Who honestly I think is really cool because if I remember correctly, they're actually like older.
Yeah.
They're basically like office worker ladies idol group.
Yeah, they're doing it in their spare time.
Alright, I think I might have more of these though.
Yes, at the end of the game it unlocks a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah. Because there's also dealing with Dawn and stuff when you're in the relax mode. That's right.
But yeah, here's the dance again. For anyone who missed it. Oh yeah, and this is a Pinky and her dad. I love that they're at the bar. Also, Michi, that's not how you use a broom.
It's okay, don't worry about it.
Also, here's the last part where we have Mr. Sato teaching Miss Wambui how to do the dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the end there she says, anything for you. She calls him, Taki?
Mm.
But yeah,
Cute
that's,
little couple.
yes, they're very cute. But yeah, that's Promise Mascot Agency.
Yeah.
Well done.
But yeah, I would highly recommend this game. It is a lot of fun.
Thank you so much to both of you for running this and for showing us what can happen in our game and for playing it so much.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for making it.
No problem. Yeah.
Yeah, where can people find you if they want to see more stuff like this going forward?
I am on twitch.tv/pandemonium. And yeah, I just want to thank the people in my community who were donating earlier. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. And yeah, it's really cool. We raised $2,000.
Yeah. And yeah, you should go follow Panduh. She's a very excellent Yakuza runner, and also continues to science this game out. We have like 500 hours in this game between the two of us, and
Crazy.
she sciences more than I do. You can find me at twitch.tv/Abbie's Corner. I speedrun a lot of games. Yeah, mostly horror games, Silent Hill, Resident Evil. I also speedrun Yakuza. I run the board for this game. We have a cool community there. We also have a Discord where you can like share strats and stuff. And I'm also willing to add categories to the board if people want them, and what have you. But yeah, thank you all for having us. Ollie, thank you again for agreeing to stay up this late. and joining us for comms.
Oh, thank you for asking, and thank you for doing it. It's so cool. We always wanted to make games that people would speedrun, and so it's wonderful that it actually happened.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for joining us.
Pleasure.
All right. Thank you all so much for that incredible run of Promised Mascot Agency. That was that was a lot, and I mean that in the best possible way. So thank you, Abbie, thank you, Panda, and thank you, Ollie, for showcasing this incredible, incredible game. Do not go anywhere. We are by no means done for the night. We are going to take a quick step out to get set up for our next run, which is Resident Evil Gaiden by Miss Scarlet Tanager. So do not go away. We will be right back. Y'all, can we take a moment and just give yourselves, Lady Arcaders, give yourselves a giant round of applause, because we have raised $2,055 for care, and it's Friday night. There's still 2 more full days of showcase to come, and there's still 3 runs coming tonight. Y'all, how far can we push this? How far can we push this? Can we hit $2,300 tonight? $2,500 tonight? All I know is it is so humbling and so just incredibly an honor to be able to be here and watch all y'all do so much good, both in terms of gameplay and in raising money for an incredible cause. This is it for me tonight. I will be back later on. Don't worry, I'll be back tomorrow. But that was a lot. That was a lot. It was a lot to process. I have to go process what I just saw. Go consider which Pinky or Tofu plush I'm going to order 3 of when I log off here. But don't worry, while I go do that, you are going to be in some incredible hands with Speff coming in, who will be your host for the rest of the night tonight. Show us the love. Show all of the rest of the runners some love. Y'all, take care. Resident Evil Gaiden is coming up soon. Don't go anywhere.